Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Michigan's Legends and Haunts. Make sure you follow us on social media so you get updates about the show. Melissa, where can they find us?
You can find us at facebook.com/mysterious.mila and instagram.com/mysterious.mila. And don't forget, if you like the show, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon.
You can find us at patreon.com/mysteriousmila. Don't forget to follow us wherever you listen and to rate us on Apple Podcasts. Welcome to Michigan's Legends and Haunts. Today, we talk about Grosse Ile.
Welcome. What is that? To Michigan's Legends and Haunts.
So let's talk about Grosse Ile.
Okay.
So we have two legends to talk about. So these are legends. These are, well, I guess legends / haunts.
Yeah.
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 So Grosse Ile, if you are unfamiliar, is basically an island. Literal translation of Grosse Ile is big island. Located in like the Detroit area. The two legends we're going to be talking about that both take place on Grosse Ile are going to be, and I don't speak fucking French, Pete. I love you, man. Yeah. The Follet, not to be pronounced with a fillet like a steak. This is Follet. And the the Rolling Muff. Yes.
Okay.
The Rolling Muff. I'm a child.
Yeah, I was just going to say you're a child.
So, the Follet, this is a French legend. For those that don't know, a lot of Michigan was settled officially by the French. So it's a French legend that dates back to the 1700s. And the legend states that an upper-class family built a mansion on the largest island of a group of islands called Grosse Ile. And here is the story. Go ahead. Were you going to say something? Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A young woman and her brother were stranded on the island during a storm while visiting the owner of the mansion. When they arrived for their visit, they found that the owner was called away on business to another settlement and hadn't quite made his way back yet. The two settled into the house to wait for the owner to return. Which, like, what the fuck? Why are you just walking into somebody's house?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Just because it's the 1700s? And you're just like, yeah, we're just going to walk in.
We're just going to wait here until they get back.
Was that normal?
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't do that now.
No. No, don't do that.
No. As the storm began to slow down, the two heard a loud, shrill scream from somewhere on the island. Where? They did not know. The young girl instantly insisted that it could be nothing. It could be nothing other than the Follet. What? Okay, so I'll save my comments until we get to that point. But in English, the direct translation of Follet, Mrs. Crayley would probably be so disappointed in me on my pronunciations.
I have no idea. I never even took that class. So
yeah. So the direct translation in English is Willow the Wisp, or mysterious spirit lights that leap around the meadows in search of lost travelers, also known as Spooklights.
Ooh.
Yeah. So basically, what I imagine are like orbs.
Yeah.
You know,
makes sense.
we've seen orbs before.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I imagine these to be.
In search of lost travelers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Evidently, there's a lot of lost travelers on
Well,
Grosse
they
Ile.
must be because they went to a random person's house.
Good point.
Just, yeah.
So, it gets a little bit weirder too.
This is weird.
It's very, very
it's
odd.
all weird.
So, like we are doing, the brother laughed at his sister's claims as she ran around the house, closing windows, locking doors, and making sure nothing could get in.
Don't let the spooklights in.
Don't let them in. The legend says that if the Follet were granted entrance into your residence, they would, quote, curl themselves into the nostrils and into the windpipes of everyone present and choke them to death.
Okay, dramatic much?
Yeah.
I don't.
They're fucking lights, bro. They're literally lights. What? I'm going to quote Ashley and say old-timey people are old-timey stupid. Okay? This is not as dumb as the Legend of the Black Squirrels. I'll say that because we've seen like we said, we've seen orbs.
Yeah.
Orbs are real. But I think this is a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone just was like trying to think of something.
Right.
they just wanted to make up a story or something.
Right. So that's why it's a legend. It's just stories past. Who knows if this actually happened or
Yes.
not. But
Keep on going.
the Follet are also said to have the power to lure the weak-minded into the wetlands until they were completely and utterly lost.
Okay.
But wait! There's more! But go ahead with what you were going to say.
No, you go.
Okay.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Just tell the story.
The owner of the house was still out in the inclement weather, and the brother and sister were worried about
They
his
didn't
safety.
even know where he was or who he was. They just found this random house and went in.
Well, evidently they knew him.
Okay.
They were I guess, well, maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, they were visiting.
They were visiting the owner of the mansion.
Okay.
So, who knows?
Okay.
Beats me.
All right. So they went looking.
So, naturally, what do? They both light a torch and set out on a journey to try to find him on the island. They wanted to help him find his way back home. They made their way through what is said to be swamps that were infested with snakes until they finally located him.
There's a lot going on
Yeah.
there. Is this a movie?
Right. And they found him, and he was sinking in quicksand on the island.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Good timing.
Yeah, I know, right? It literally sounds like the script to a movie.
Right,
It really
that's
does.
what I'm saying.
So the pair managed to rescue the man, and when he regained his composure, admitted that he became lost in the storm when he followed a bright light, which led him to the quicksand and almost became his eternal resting place. The sister, until her death, believed it to be the work of the Follet.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So tell me what you're thinking on this one.
I don't know who came up with this, but it sounds like complete bullshit. And I don't think I would even watch a movie like that if it was a movie. But yeah, I don't know about all that.
I think if it was a movie, it'd be really hard to follow. There's snakes, there's swamps, there's quicksand, there's the Willow the Wisps that will curl themselves into your nostrils.
Jumanji shit.
Yeah! Oh my god. The only way that they can defeat the Follet is by finishing the game.
God. Yeah. Well,
But this is our history.
yeah.
This is Michigan.
Well,
Yeah.
what was that about old-timey people?
Old-timey people are old-timey stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
To quote Ashley.
No, I don't know. Someone might have saw something at some point somewhere
Yeah.
and just been like, they just spun off with that, but I don't know. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, it's a very small legend, and there's not a whole lot on it. And honestly, I couldn't find a whole lot about it online either. I actually pulled this out of the Weird Michigan book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, I wonder what kind of, like, what's going on at this island currently. Like, what kind of shape is it in? I don't know where it is. Or
You don't know where Grosse Ile is?
No.
Let's pull up trusty Google Maps here, or Apple Maps, and find out. Grosse Ile.
Is it like the whole island too, or is it a specific spot, or like?
Okay, so
like
there's
exactly.
There's the island. So the island is located,
Oh, okay.
like almost to the Canadian border, and it is. Let me see here. Okay, so it's actually south of Detroit, quite a ways, south of Taylor even. Basically between Taylor and Monroe. It's not huge. They have a golf and country club and an airport, and that's about all I can see. The rest of it's probably just residential.
Oh, I think I know it. Oh, okay. I know where this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just didn't know what it was called. I got you. Okay, so yeah, that's Nope. I'm like trying to picture it, and now that I actually know where it is and like what it looks like, I'm like, yeah, okay. This is I mean, I guess it was probably a lot different in the 1700s, but no.
Exactly. And that's where this legend comes from. I mean, we're talking over 300 years ago.
Yeah.
You know. So,
well, I don't feel like there's quicksand there. Like, just, I don't know.
I mean, maybe not now.
Yeah. Yeah.
There may have been.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, in the 1700s, I'm sure it was.
Yeah. The Rolling Muff, another legend that comes from Grosse Ile. This one is extremely bizarre, and while I'm laughing about it, from what I've read, it is kind of unexplainable. It doesn't make any sense. So, the story of the Rolling Muff. So, the Rolling Muff story states that a middle-aged man grew tired of his wife, who, as he described her, had become dull. So he started messing around with a younger girl. Like, who hasn't? Come on. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Who was full of life and fun, which for 2020 is not terribly uncommon. But we have to keep in mind, this was in the 18th century, and divorce was not considered a common option in those times. Evidently, the wife was very, very well off. So even if divorce was an option for him, he didn't want to separate himself from her money.
Of course.
Naturally. So the man did what every other rational human being would do. He came up with a plan to kill her.
Rational.
Yeah, exactly. Rational human being. So he was going to kill her, keep the money, and run off and marry the young girl. Yeah.
Typical.
Typical, man. So typical. So he proceeded to follow through with the plan and led the wife to a swamp. Another swamp. Everything is coming full circle. Where he then was successful in killing her and hiding her body deep within the muck.
Gross.
Yeah. I don't think she had any objections at that point.
Okay.
During the struggle with her husband, she lost her fur muff.
Oh, man.
Which, for those who do not know, in today's terms, is basically a fur hand warmer, except in this time period, the bougie women would wear a muff generally made of fox fur, and it would cover a good majority of their bodies. Not wanting to leave behind evidence that he had killed his wife, because, you know, erosion and shit's not just going to push her body up out of the muck.
No.
The husband searched and searched for the muff. So, after a while, he finally did find it and reached out to pick it up, thinking he was in the clear. Just before he grabbed it, however, the muff rolled away from him. It startled the man, but he was determined to make sure nothing could point back to him. He reached for it again, and again. It rolled away from him. Over and over and over. The man, still determined to make sure he could not be tied to her murder, continued to chase it for some time, but it always managed to roll just out of his grasp.
Damn muff.
Yeah. Oh, man. But it's said that after some time, the tables turned, and instead of the husband chasing the muff began chasing him. It ended up chasing him completely off of Grosse Ile, and stunned by what had happened, the husband made his way to Detroit to confess his crime.
Wait, that's what?
Yeah.
That's all it took?
A life of chasing muff.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But isn't that all that any of us are doing? The legend continues to this day to say that the muff rolled around Grosse Ile and was said to have the stench of rotting flesh. Others have encountered it over the years. The actual muff, they've seen the muff, and can confirm that this is what they experienced as well. In recent years, the muff has not been spotted on Grosse Ile.
What's recent years? Like, how long ago was this muff reportedly seen? And who? Why? No. I want to see pictures. I need photographic evidence of this haunted
Muff.
muff. What? I don't like that word either.
Muff?
Yeah, not anymore. We keep saying it. I'm like, that's enough.
So, since he was running after the muff and trying to grab it, would we call him a muff diver?
Stop.
A
muff diver?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think that's... No.
All right. So Grosse Ile, couple of weird things. Nothing major. Nothing
No.
crazy. More so just
Stories
passed down from generation to generation. I don't want to try to debunk anything here.
We're not going to go on a muff hunt.
No. Yes. Oh, I love it. Oh man, this is so good. No, I'm not about to drive to Grosse Ile and go hunting for muff. Actually, you know what I want to do though? I'm gonna Google something here. Grosse Ile. I'm gonna look up the Follet house and see if it's still standing. The first thing that comes up, I type in the Grosse Ile Follet house. The Rolling Muff of Grosse Ile. All right, let's see here. There's a unfinished mansion that listed for $29 million.
Oh.
Yeah. You want to go in on that?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
No.
Okay, so there's... Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything on that. So, stories passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, for sure.
The Follet and the Rolling Muff of Grosse Ile. Do you have anything else to add?
No.
All right. Perfect. We will see you guys next week. No, we're not going to see you, but we'll talk to you next week.